Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. 'Tis I, Ken Lavigne, singer slash vocal coach, and here today on this very channel, we are getting close to Christmas. And in honor of that, I put on my Christmas tie. I have a matching suit to go along with it, but I don't want to induce any ocular migraines in any of you people viewing this particular video. So I'll just stick to the tie. And the reason I have the tie, not only because it's the season, 'tis the season, but rather because we are going to be listening to a song selected by one of our dear viewers, or rather suggested by one of our dear viewers, Susan, who writes, "Now that Christmas is almost here, we're about 2 weeks away, please review Dan Vasc's cover of Angels We Have Heard on High." Dan takes this classic song, sprinkles a bit of magic, and rocks it. Okay? Susan kindly left a YouTube link there, and I plopped it into the old YouTubes and it didn't work for some reason, but I managed to find a version. I think this is the one you're talking about, or this is the one that you are referring to, and hopefully this will be the one that you suggested. But I think it's Dan Vasc singing Angels We Have Heard on High, so let's have a listen to see what Mr. Dan Vasc does here.
Sopra i cieli ancor più su, dolci canti gli angeli, e dai monti fin qua giù, portan gioia ai templi gloria, in excelsis Deo gloria, in excelsis
All right, so he's singing this in a couple of different languages. I thought the first language sounded like I wasn't sure if it was Latin or Italian, and this second verse clearly sounds like it's in German. Very cool. So showing off his multilingual chops there for us all. One of the things that always gets me, is it excelsis or excelsis? Doesn't really matter, as long as you sing it with verve and gusto and a bit of a smirk in your face. You kind of got me there. Okay, so Dan is, I'm not sure who arranges his stuff, whether it's all him or he gets some assistance. Many of the other recent tracks that I've had the privilege of listening to from Dan, he featured, I think it was Victor the Guitar Nerd, who was doing all of what seemed to be the heavy lifting in the orchestration of those particular tracks. I wouldn't put it past him if Victor the Guitar Nerd had a hand in making this. It sort of has that signature flair, but I don't know. Maybe this is all Dan. So now there's a chorusing effect. Perhaps maybe these are a 100 Dans all singing together, making a chorus sound. I'm not sure what language this verse is in, but it's pretty cool. It felt to me as Dan finished the end of that last Gloria in Excelsis Deo, when he went up the octave rather than finishing down low, it felt like Dan was finally in his happy place. He's got an incredible range, and to me, it feels like his voice really rings when he's up singing higher in his register. Okay, here we go. Okay, very triumphant key change there. I got the shivers. Well done, Dan. When he goes into full-on epic mode, it's really quite something to behold. We all knew it was coming, right? The fist of Dan Vasc grasping that high note at the end. Wait, there's 22 seconds left. Hang on a sec. Oh, that's it. Okay, so, Dan, he always does the majestic and triumphant proud in all of this. Here's something though that Dan, I love you. Absolutely love you. I love what you're doing. It's beautiful to behold. I am a little concerned because there seems to be an extraordinary amount of tension all throughout your body. It might be because that's sort of very much like what you do in selling the songs that you do. I would hate for that to. I was talking to one of my clients. I said, you're really tense. What's going on? And we were trying to work through different areas of the body to try and identify where tension was being held, and then work to eliminate it. And when I see Dan in that stance, which is very heroic, no denying it. I wonder how much of that is necessary for him to sing those notes and how much of it is just for show. Now, I don't think so. I think it's just for show. He puts on quite a show, so I'm not going to fault him for that. Though I do wonder, and if there is tension creeping into your voice, when you're young, you can get away with it. You have all of that incredible resilience and virility built into your body to be able to withstand that. But over time, that tension can translate into an increase in subglottal breath pressure, and that can lead to vocal wear and tear, vocal damage. That was just something that I noticed. I would probably say this to Dan: in a lesser mortal, it may prove to lead to disaster, but in you, Dan, I think you're all fine. You're A-okay. All right, my friend. Well, there we go. That was wonderful. A great Christmas treat. And I'm a big fan of taking a classic song and doing something interesting and unique, and especially one that has been well worn over the years, and making it your own, making it unique, and And I think Dan succeeds in every department in that category, but that's just what I think. I mean, who cares what I think? You can leave a comment down below in the chat and just do what the little graphic says. Leave a comment and let me know what you think of Dan Vasc. And also, too, if you want to cut through all the noise of the chatter and get to me directly, you can follow the links down below in the description and leave a comment and perhaps maybe a donation, just like Susan did. And that will definitely get my attention. And also, too, if you are not yet member of this fabulous community, it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the great stuff that is produced here every week. And lastly, thank you so much for taking time out of your super busy day and putting up with my disgusting green tie here, but very festive nonetheless. Take care, each and every one of you. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.